Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms. Raph streaming to you live high above the keep in the hot air balloon. Tonight is another episode of AI After Dark. And tonight, very exciting special episode. We'll be working on the holiday Halloween themed dungeon for our ADFK game that we're currently developing and we're about ready to release. So we are T-minus like 10 days, 11 days from release on the game. We have raffle tickets now fully functional. We've gotten through testing, QA testing. We had Winston Jazz Hands on a few days ago to help us with our QA testing. Honestly, it's a great episode. Neindorf giving a lot of alpha on his strategy on how he games the rock, paper, scissors match. And so if you're interested in an opportunity to really earn some raffle tickets once season 4 ends, definitely check that episode out. And then we would obviously love to have your support with the game. And it's not just to support us, it's also to earn some raffle tickets. And so a quick reminder again, go to the Adventures Arcade page. Here you'll find Player versus Environment, and we will be releasing our PvE Forest Challenge. Again, that's going to be out live to all the public in about 10 days. You can wager a boatload of crystal and try to earn while we're going to actually. So you can do that, and once it releases live, you can wager crystal at any point in time. And then we are going to have probably a release day or day after release stream challenge where we're going to have a special leaderboard challenge for a couple hours period of time, and we're going to see who can get the best dungeon score in those 2 hours. And we're going to be giving away some pretty massive prizes, trying to partner with Bolon and the Kingdom Studios team to see if we can give out some greater stones or greater crystals as prizes for that. So really looking forward to that and thankful for the Kingdom Studios team always supporting us. So that's going to be fun. So for tonight, what we're going to be working on is developing our next challenge. And so this is a dungeon clear challenge like the forest challenges. And so what I want to do is we're going to make something that's very holiday themed. And so here we have the Haunted Corn Maze. Let me make sure I have this up on screen. All right, so what I want to do is really take you through the development cycle. What we have, Skillet, one of our developers with Neindorf, we're all from Iowa, so corn is very near and dear to our heart. And so if you if you don't know what a haunted corn maze is, it's when you literally create a maze out of corn. This is something that us Iowans do. I don't know if anyone else throughout the country does this. Might be totally silly and crazy, but corn gets pretty tall. I mean, it gets like 10 feet tall in harvest or after harvest season. When you're in October. So we're gonna start out with the haunted corn maze, and then we're gonna actually build in some fun stuff here. So let's jump over to the OneNote tab that I have open. So I'm going to do some quick drawing here. All right, so our first room, this will be room 1. This will be the start of the haunted corn maze. And of course, we need to be able to fork and go to at least 2 different rooms. So here we'll have room 2, and we'll have room 3. And let's put some rooms over here. We'll have 4, and we'll have 5. So what I'm doing now is trying to build out like the design for the corn maze. We'll have 6. I think these will be connected. The whole goal will be, how do we try to trick people Get them through the maze. That's 7. We'll have an 8 here. Now, we haven't done this a lot, but I really want to make searching worthwhile. And so my thought is there is going to be an added secret area in the dungeon where we're going to have a haunted house. And you can go into the haunted house and you can fight one of 2 different bosses. So these are going to be the rooms here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our room numbers here. Let's do this. 1, 3. I'm going to start filling this out. All right, so if there's any viewers right now and you have suggestions on the rooms that you would like to see or some ideas on the rooms, hit me up, let me know. I have a few ideas here. So room 1, entry to the maze, and we're gonna pick some kind of a sunset theme, and then we're gonna have a midnight theme once we are down here at 9, and this will be a haunted house. Midnight. And so as you're going through the maze, time is passing as well, and so we want to get scarier and scarier as we go along. And then we're gonna have boss 1, and then this will be boss 2. So either boss will complete the maze, and I think even if you so either boss will complete the maze. All right, so 2, what I want to have here is like some kind of harvesting equipment, but again, we are in DeFi Kingdoms, we're in like kind of medieval fantasy, and so we're going to go medieval harvest equipment, sunset. All right, so that's 2. We need to have a medieval grain bin. For those of you who aren't from farms, it's easy for me to just roll through a whole bunch of ideas. So medieval grain bin. We need for 4. We definitely need a medieval barn. And for 5. Let's see, so we'll have a barn in one area. We need maybe a field. All right, so 6, you're going from 3, you're going from the grain bin. Maybe we'll have a stream. That'd be fun to fight like an alligator or something like that. All right, 7, let me see if there's any YouTube comments. Go ahead, and if you're on YouTube right now, Bud, you are a complete and total Chad. I appreciate it. We're doing AI After Dark. It's you and me, buddy. You get to help participate in the development of this dungeon that we're creating right now. So help me with some of the rooms here. What ideas do you have? We'll also have to then pick which rooms will have enemies, but we'll do that second. And I don't think I'm going to do a lot of Photoshop tonight. I think tonight I'm going to focus a lot on developing the initial images for Stable Diffusion, and then work on Photoshop maybe next time. We still have about a month left before we have to develop and release this dungeon. So that's the strategy for tonight. So if you have ideas on Haunted Corn Maze, this is a dungeon that your heroes are going to go travel through. What do you want to see? Give me some ideas out there. And as always, you probably can hear it getting picked up on the mic. We have an alcoholic beverage during AI After Dark. Right now, tonight, I'm doing the drink of choice, vodka water with ice, of course. I always tell people, you gotta add ice. I'm not a savage. I can't do neat. That's no fun. Alright, so we'll leave 7 and 8 open for now. So let's jump over to Stable Diffusion. I'm gonna make sure this is popping up. Okay. I was working on some new art for the website front page here. Let's do cornfield at sunset. Opening to the field. Let's see what we get. Again, using automatic 1111 for stable diffusion and doing the local install here. Alright, liking some of this cornfield maze at sunset. And we can always throw it into Photoshop to give us a better foreground where we're going to see our heroes. I'm going to see if it knows what a cornfield maze is. We'll get some options here. I actually kind of like this one with the rows of corn and the hills in the background. We got to see if it knows what a cornfield maze is, so. I don't really care for that art style, getting a little too strange for me. Alright, then we're getting crop circles. Now when we're doing the cornfield maze. Not going for crop circles. We could have an alien landing. We could have crop circle. Actually, that'd actually be pretty funny to have crop circles in one of the rooms. So we're going to jump back and say we need crop circles in number 7. That is inspiration from AI for sure. All right, we still got to fill out 8, but we'll let the inspiration get there. All right. I'm going to go back to some of those opening pictures or just kind of rerun this. Cornfield. Dirt road opening with a well-worn path. Alright. Let's jump it down to 5 batch count. Try to go through this a little faster. Still getting a wide range of art. Alright, we got a barn in the background. This could definitely be useful, especially for... Now, it's not very much sunset, but... Now, this one's good. Or it looks like we got beans more than corn, so I'm not sure I like that. Again, I bet no one knew that they were in for a Total Farm episode here in AI After Dark. SW, you're here. Love it. For the win. We're talking about dungeon creation right now. We're creating a Halloween-based dungeon. We're going to do this for the ADFK game that we're developing. If anyone wants extra details on that, please let me know. Alright, this looks pretty good. I like this. This one's not bad. I think we got a lot to work with. Ooh, this is definitely very, very corn vibes. I kind of like this one. Really throws you in the mix, but I want you traveling. I want you seeing where you're going. So, and we're in Halloween, so this fits the harvest cycle better. You got a lot of yellow, too much green here. That is like, you know, July latest. August, your corn starts getting yellow. All right, so this is gonna be it. Now this is kind of oil painting like. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send this to image, and we are going to just do some or like a cartoon. We're gonna leave the parameters the same. We're gonna try to spit out 5, and let's just see if we get a 50% denoising strength. Denoising strength is the amount of randomness that you want to put back into your picture. So if you choose 1, it'll create basically an entire new picture, and if you choose 0, it will be the exact same picture. So no changes at all. So we're going with middle of the road here, trying to get this, being a little less abstract, a little more cartoony. Let's see what we got. I'm not really pleased with this. Very blurry, kind of strange. I don't know why I'm getting this. I'm gonna go high definition. We're gonna see what we get. I think it's because the original image is quite blurry. That must be what's going on here. Increase the steps. That might help. I'm hopeful just high definition will help fix this. Not really. The house looks good, but the tree does not. This tree looks okay. This house looks great. That house looks great too. Alright, so we got some options. Here's what we're going to do. I said I wouldn't do Photoshop, but I think we're going to have to. Alright, so this is picture 1. Let's shrink this down in size. Alright, so this is what we want this to look like. And we're going to go ahead and pop this photo into, because I like the house, we're going to pop this into Photoshop. And start developing. Now, I am not showing Photoshop at the moment. Let me grab a couple more images, and then I will get that over for you viewers out there. Okay. One moment. All right, go into OBS and Photoshop on. Okay, Photoshop's on. We got 2 images here. We like the house here, and we like the tree here. So what I'm gonna do, I like the road here. I like the house here. The house is in pretty much the same spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the house the mask. And so here we're going to add a mask, a layer mask. We're going to switch to black. I think that's what we do here. Yep. And you can see our house is starting to come through. When I add this layer mask, yeah, I like this house a lot more. All right. Okay. like that house. I like the road here better. So this is what the layer mask does. And then when you add the photo behind it, you can see how the layer masks work together. All right, so this is our haunted corn maze. But I like some of the corn from the other ones, so we'll add that in. Yeah, so what I'm doing is just coloring this in to try to blend these two pictures. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to merge these two layers. All right, so now we got our image. So we are set and ready to go with image 1. We're going to export this. Corn maze. We're going to actually go room 1. And then I got to go ahead and grab that picture. Let's start generation for room 2 while we're at it. All right, so room 2 is medieval harvest equipment at sunset. So let's do that. Go back to text to image. Harvest equipment in a field at sunset. Art like a cartoon. Standard default values and batch count is 8. Let's go ahead and hit generate. Oh, I didn't pop back, so no one saw that piece. All right. We need to find room 1 and add this to OneNote. Okay. All right, OBS. All right. Let this image load, shrink it down to size, and this is room 1. Of the way, so this is the medieval harvest equipment that I put into the generator. Because they don't have combines in DFK, that's for sure. At least we're saying they don't. So we got that image back there. Let's see what we got. I really like the cartoon art here. I don't like what's going on over here. This is not bad either. Boy, this could be the hay bales in the background, very getting the farmhouse vibes. Oh, it looks like we even have some small pumpkins. Okay, we need pumpkins in one of the rooms. We need a pumpkin patch. That has to be 8. Pumpkin patch. I can't believe I missed that. Shame on me. Weird machinations here. You know, I don't mind thing 1 here either. Like, it's weird. No idea what this medieval harvest equipment is, but I like the cartoon style. I don't like this. Don't like that cartoon style at all. I mean, I like that there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on in this one. I really like this one too. You get that sunset in the background. But I don't like the lines. And I like this pumpkin patch. I mean, we got some weird wheels going on, but we can fix that. So maybe we actually save this. Now this actually looks like maybe like what a medieval combine would look like. Alright, so we're going to go with the first image because I like that one the most. But let's send this over to image and just put some, let's put some randomization on this too. And let's see what else we get. Oh, Gander. Sergeant in the house. I feel so bad, Sergeant. I missed a stream the other night. I was graciously asked to join, and I forgot about it. I took some NyQuil because I was feeling sick on Friday, and then the stream started, and I was like, I'm going to pass out. I'm exhausted, and I watched some of it, and then I fell asleep on the couch. So my apologies, Sergeant. Okay, I really like how, oh man, this is coming out good. I mean, we don't know what the structure is, but that is okay. This is a haunted corn maze. I think the weirder the structure, the better. Although this just looks good. That's high quality. That's pretty good too. This looks like there could be some evil machine coming out of this thing. A lot of good options. I like the shadowing here. Yeah, it's just stable diffusion. I like the clarity on some of these, the shadowing on others. I got a lot of good options. I think we're gonna just, oh boy. I like this fourth one. We're gonna grab this one. Okay, so we got a great option for, and this wasn't even a harvest equipment, so we could even reuse that idea. So this is our option for 2. I don't know why it's numbering. Okay, there we go. We already have numbers. We don't want numbers. Alright, let's get a medieval grain bin. Medieval. Grain bin in a field at sunset. Oh, we need this in text to image. Okay, so I mean, if you're one of the 3 people watching the stream, you're getting the secret alpha here that we're gonna have a hidden part of the dungeon after number 9. I need to double check with 9dwarf that we can build that feature in. Ooh, this grain bin's looking good already. SW saying it looks so nice. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Yes. I think so too. I hope you don't. Actually, my question is, question of the day. What is your favorite Halloween tradition? What is your favorite Halloween tradition? Please comment if you're watching the video afterwards. Would love to hear that. My favorite Halloween tradition, I would say, is probably watching. I don't like really scary Halloween movies, but I like I don't know, just Halloween movies that I grew up with, and so that's one of my favorite traditions of all seasons of the year is like watching movies related to that season, and so Halloween movies that we would like at our house. Because I have young kids, so again, nothing super scary. We're not watching full on horror films. You know, movies like Hocus Pocus, movies like the Tim Burton movie. The name's escaping me off the top of my head. Uh, SW saying handing out candy. Yeah, that is fun. I enjoy that too. I mean, we always go trick or treating every year. Dress up, do costumes. That's a lot of fun too. This year we are dressing up as Spider People from the Spider Verse. Really excited about that. The Spider Verse just made it so there is infinite number of costumes that we can choose from. So really easy for the family. Boy, we got a lot of really good options here. Going for some clarity, I think. I kind of like this weird looking barn. Pretty darn creepy. I think we're going to take this barn. We said grain bin. Well, here actually we have a barn too. So that could be the barn. And then we could have a grain bin as well. I like this one for the grain bin. Wow. All right, so the barn is 4. And the grain bin is 3. We got multiple grain bins showing up here. Five open field. Well, that's easy. Give me some ideas to replace out the open field. Maybe we go back to medieval farm equipment. Open field. Let's get more farm equipment. That worked out great. All right, so we're gonna do sunset here to maybe draw a line to make this easier to see. Is I think here we'll have sunset, and then here we'll have darkness, and then this is going to be in the haunted house. So that'll change our descriptions of what we have going on. Oh, I like this. And what I might do is I might actually go grab the seed off of some of the prior images. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not that bad. I was worried they were going to look a lot different. That's probably cartoony enough for me. I think that looks consistent with everything else. That one's weird. I have no idea what really that is. That's okay. I think weird can be good. Derelict equipment. Kind of like the clouds in the background of this one. But I don't like the field. This one feels pretty consistent with what we have. So let's go ahead and throw that to image to image. We'll run it through here another 7 times just to get some more picture options. Yeah, I think we're starting to look pretty consistent with what we have here from this last one. All right, so we'll do a couple more here, and then I will start to, I'll maybe do one in Photoshop. Actually, let's finish this up, and then I'll do one in Photoshop, because that always takes a while. And we'll show you what the goals in Photoshop are to try to create a battle environment that you can see your characters go through. Okay. This one looks like we're taking the cake here. So that's number 5, the field. You know what, we'll do the stream so that way we have all our sunset stuff done. So I don't have to come back to this. All right. Small stream running through a open field at sunset. Oops. Let me put this in text image. So this is 5. I'm not sure about that grain bin. Don't know if I like it, but we can always come back to that. All right, this stream coming through the field. This is good. Nice little waterway. I like the sunset here, but I'm hoping these really keep our consistent art style. We'll see. This is definitely, I can tell this is not going to be the art style we want. All right, let's see what we got. art like a cartoon. Which one really fits the bill? I like the field here, but I don't like the sunset. So we're going to take this one, go text to image, or image to image, excuse me. And we'll generate a few pictures here. See how that turns out. Because I like the rocks, I like the grass, I like the shading here. Don't love the look of the sunset. That's weird. Double sun situation going on. With the first few images popping up, I'm thinking I might need to increase that denoising strength a little bit. So I'm going to go up to 75, just kind of preemptively thinking I'm not going to like a lot of the pictures here. Drop it down to 5. And we'll see just what these images have to offer. Yeah, they still got this weird double sun thing going on. So we're going to go ahead and try this with the denoising strength up, cranked up a bit. See if we get something. Okay, so yeah, the double sun was like, they're trying to go for this hue, but already I liked picture 1, not picture 2. How they're trying to, yeah, 3, they're getting a good glow of the sun. It's not this like weird like double ball. Even this one is better. Okay, I think we're gonna get something good here with this set. At the very least, we'll be able to merge some things together. I like the sun here. Alright, we're going with picture 1. Okay. I think I'm going to switch these around. Two, 3, so grain bin is going to 6. 3 is stream. 5 is not crop circles. It's equipment. More equipment. 6 is green bin. 7 can be the crop circles. 8 can be the pumpkin patch. Alright, so we want to have some bad guys at the stream. Maybe some water enemies. And I think this one will be a hard one to do too. So let's pop this picture over into Photoshop, and this will be the plan for tonight. Let's going through this. Alright, so open up Photoshop. Alright, Photoshop is open. And we need to create a foreground for our heroes to stand in and fight some kind of alligator. So, we're going to regenerate. I like to have 50% of the frame dedicated for hero battles. Alright, so let's try to just fill up the blank space for now, and then we'll figure out what to do with the stream, because we're going to have to shorten that up. And I think it might look cool if it's like running in between the heroes. Ooh, or maybe if the heroes are like wading through it. That might be pretty cool too. Okay, I kind of like where this one's going. With the heroes wading through the stream. We're going to do... So we're going to merge the visible. Or merge these layers. And we're going to take the cloning tool. And what I want to do is I want to take this and move the stream out. So we're going to take that. And this is what we're going to do. All right. Oops. So we're getting some weird stuff in here. We will fix that with some AI art generation later. Don't worry. Okay. It's a little messy. Our heroes are going to be standing in the water, I think. And they have to be fighting some kind of alligator creature. Now, we need to make this water looking a little more shallow. So, oops. Let's get some rocks in here from some of the other photos. Okay, and some nice shadowing effect would be good too. Alright, so on this image, I like that shadowing right there. The water looks super shallow. So we're going to add a mask. Alright. Didn't like how this mask turned out. But you know what? It wasn't the mask that ruined it. So okay. Let's get some rocks in here. That makes it look shallower. Some grass would look good too. And I think you're going to find out in a second just how much you have to rely, well, I have to rely on AI to do some fixing. Okay. So this is a pretty crummy looking picture. We all agree. And we'll go creek. Call it a creek. And then we're going to send this to image. We are going to see what we can make. Let's get OBS switched over. All right, so we're back. We got our crummy image, and we're gonna put this in text to image, or image to image, excuse me. We're gonna see what we get. Oh, we have the denoising strength up real high. We're gonna back that down to 40%. Actually, I'm just gonna interrupt because I know I'm not gonna like it. Yeah, backing that down to 40% from 75%. We're gonna see where that turns out. All right. We're running up on an hour here, so probably gonna call it quits after this. All right, we're doing it. Evened out what we had. Gave us some weird riverbank stuff. I like this. I like where it's going, I should say. Okay. Kind of like this image right here. Some of it. We're going to bring this over into Photoshop now. So copy this image and paste this into Photoshop. All right. So now we got to resize this image. Okay. And what I honestly want is, again, trying to take this cloning tool and push this out more. I kind of like how it'll come back. Okay. All right, so let's see. Yeah, we're taking our shoreline here. We're copying that over. Oh, I didn't like that. Okay, so let's see. We can export this out to the crick again. We're going to replace that old photo. Go back to stable diffusion. All right. It's looking better. We're getting there. I think we're starting to have a creek that we can have people battling in. This is good. Gotta have battles. Maybe some water creatures. Some kind of alligator. I think that's what we have to wrestle. Alright, let's see how stable diffusion smooths out my really poor Photoshop. Alright. Really? We're going to go with a slightly higher denoising strength. And we might have to put high definition in here again. High resolution, let's try that. It's blurry. I mean, I kind of gave it the blurry input, so what can I expect? Increasing the denoising strength will probably help. Okay, this is less blurry. Still pretty blurry. Let's try this again one more time with high resolution and higher denoising strength. Okay, we're starting to look better already. I think we'll take one of these. We'll throw it back into the blender. This is looking good. Looking good. I like the dual path of the streams here. Ooh, I like the shallowness of this stream. Okay. I like this one a lot. All right, now we're going to bump down the denoising strength now that we're really liking it. We'll see what we can get here. All right, so as we're closing in on the end of AI After Dark, thanks for joining and sticking it through. Really appreciate that. Again, we are looking forward to releasing not only our first dungeon, but obviously I'm working on our second dungeon here. And we can't wait to continue to support the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem and just give back to all the amazing people out there that have given to us. Ooh. I like elements of this one right here. So we're going to take that. We're getting darn close. We're getting really darn close. This one, we're actually going to take this image, we're going to throw this one into Photoshop. All right. And let's bring back OBS. Okay. Photoshop. So now what I'm doing is trying to shrink the image because we want more foreground. 50% at least. We're going to use some AI art generation inside Photoshop to see if they can finish this off. So I'm clicking on the generate button here. I like this. All right, and now we're going to throw some heroes in. Okay. I think this will be good. We're in the water. That is okay. We are going to be splashing around. All right, so now we have developed our little stream here that we have going on. We're going to export this quick. So quick. Take this image, copy it in over here, taking the old stream, deleting them. Yeah, trying to get these images to play nice. Sit here in the background. I like how this one turned out. A little different than the others, but that's okay. Alright, very good. So we have the start of our dungeon. We are at sunset. We are going with the Haunted Corn Maze as the start of this, and then we're going to end with Haunted House. Very Halloween themed. I cannot wait to let your heroes roam through this dungeon and see who can get the top score. Again, this will be a Halloween event that we're working on, and that we will be releasing our first event, which is just opening up our forest dungeon here in about 10 days from now. That is October 10th or 11th is what we're planning on for the release right now. So thank you for tuning in and supporting ADFK and the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem. Love you guys. Have a great